What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Ikoku Nikki, this time with episode 6, I believe. Literally just finished watching Hannah Zachary. A little bit late. I have got the timer there, right, have I? Yeah. Goodbye, trash. I know, I guess they're belongings of her sister. Yeah, finished the cleanup. But yeah, great episode last week, as usual. The show has been pretty amazing so far. Apologies, I look very rough. I did say in my video, I just recorded a minute ago, I literally just woke up from a big old nap. What does that mean in Japanese then? Asa. Did she hate you though? I mean, we know you didn't like her. I'm not sure we ever actually ever heard her side of things regarding that. But yeah, good point she makes there. If that wasn't, I mean, they clearly didn't get along. Sometimes in situations like this, it can be the case that one person doesn't think they get along, and another person thinks they get on spiffingly. I don't think that was the case here, but it could have been. But yeah, good point there. If this wasn't like the case, would she have been able to express herself and her feelings and thoughts and write so elegantly? Maybe not. One of those things. Even like you got to love even like the negative stuff that you've been through, and that impacts who you are. I mean, I say that. I mean, you can have terrible experiences that terribly affect you and make you like that majorly negatively affect you, which you don't have to, but they still make they make you still. So it's kind of like I have this thing where I kind of like scars. I like the scars I have because they might not be pretty, but they like tell a story. They're part of the reason I'm here. They're part of the my journey. I got a pretty nasty one on my knee from a football holiday I went on with my football team like 10 years ago, and I was 15, but I was the only person who could get served. I used to look quite a bit older than I was. And yeah, I remember that because it was the Brazil losing 7-1 to Germany World Cup, and we watched it live in the pub there. I was buying everyone drinks, not with my money. I was just buying everyone drinks because that was the only one that could, which I think they caught on to. But yeah, and yeah, it was that was like so nostalgically awesome. But that night I drove like this buggy cart thing and slid and scraped my knee so bad you could almost see the bone underneath, and it's so annoying to have a big old knee fuck like that because you're always bending it. So it took ages to heal, and the scar is massive. It just kept cracking open. You give it up. Ugh, got to deal with a teenager for a month or two. Full time. But one thing that is really handy about me playing a lot of football is, especially in those last few days when I've like dropped my phone, I'm really good at like catching my phone on my foot. It hurts a little bit, but like breaking the fall with my foot, I'm really good at reacting to it. I hardly ever actually like break my phone from dropping it. Why are you such a slob? Sound like your mum right now. Yeah. Oh, she sounds like herself. Sounds like you. I thought she'd sound like her mum there. It's obvious to you. Self-care is something I always used to struggle with growing up. I never really took care of myself. I'd always care more about what other people thought and other people rather than taking care of myself. That's something I'm really happy I to learn to be a bit more selfish. Like you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or make other people uncomfortable. Like I relate a lot to her. Just help her pick up the pieces. Around. No need to judge. Like I get it. It's slobbish, but it's yeah. One of those things where your kind of environment depicts how you see yourself a little bit subconsciously. Bit of a mess, bit all over the place, but not paying attention to things and so on. It's that same girl that came around before, right? She didn't have a great reception before, did she? Although I heard that the anime made it feel a little bit lighter than it was in the source material, but I definitely felt it was quite awkward, especially towards the end of their interactions. I would certainly feel quite unwanted here. Luckily, I've never experienced that. If I've went like around with friends or something, all the parents have been really nice and inviting, even if they might have not liked me. Which is probably the case. A good sniff. It's side-eyed. Yeah. She's a customer, not a guest, not a customer. You can't just ask people that. You can't just ask people that. Come on now. What would happen if she was a widow? I mean, considering all that's happened, you'd think she'd be a bit more sensitive with questions like this, right? people will try and make you feel like that's the case. So there's something amazing about her, isn't it? Very unpressured by the kind of societal norms. I mean, she clearly feels weird about a few of those things, but I appreciate how she's so herself. Deep moment we just caught up on. They're always the best in the between, isn't it? Warm enough to eat, but yeah. Okay. So this is their meeting. Go get some drinks. So she's finally returned to school. She's finally answered. Hey, she is so me, bro. She is so me. I fucking hate getting contacted by phone. It's the first preference. Let's get some greasy Chinese. Yeah, I hate it. If email's there, it's email. You're contacting me by email. And even with just like her just like looking at the phone calls, like unemotionally, just I ain't answering that. So me, bro. And it always does seem to be this case where you fucking say emails, like they ask you for both, and then you say email, and they fucking call you anyway. Just like piss off. What was this? What was this text that she sent? She sent a risky text by accident. Was that? Yeah, I feel bad with you coming over and bringing food. Oh, we saw this message a second ago. I guess she accidentally sent it now. Maybe the guy on the phone ended the call and she went to press end call. Then they're not in the same place. We all know that, but finger kind of fat fingered over to the send button. Yeah, little accidental click right there. I mean, what I do with this is I cut it and then put it in like a draft or something, put it in my notes, and then maybe send it a bit later if I feel a bit brave. I feel bad with you coming over and bringing food all the time. Although, to be honest with you, the older I've gotten a bit better with that kind of stuff. I just kind of send it and just be like, well, now they've got to deal with it. Rather than me having to think about dealing with it beforehand. I feel bad if you come over and bring food all the time, so how about we go out for some drinks for a change, now that ass is settled in and all. But yeah, so much like relatability here. And this is coming from someone that has not really like suffered losses like these guys. Like I've lost people, but no one like I'd consider as close to me as a mum or a sister to these people. I always did feel kind of weird with my lack of reaction to it, which is very similar to these guys. But again, I think that would stand out even more if it was someone closer. Like I remember at funerals and such, I did actually cry once, but that was at seeing my parents and their state rather than the actual kind of event, to be honest. Refuge. Tomatoes. Film buff we got here, and she's a writer, so she's probably got some good. That's a brilliant movie. I love that. I haven't watched Furiosa yet. I need to watch that because I've heard that's really good as well. Different story wise, apparently. Um, yeah, you'd assume that she would have some good taste considering she's a writer. I wonder if she's written any scripts, any movies, or anything. That'd be pretty cool. Uber, yeah. Yeah, fuck it is. I made it. What should I got that for? I should my face, bro. This is how you want a woman to look at you, isn't it? Yeah. She looks fascinated, bro. Oh, if a woman looked at me like this, I'd be a bit scared, honestly. What do you find so fucking? What make you look at me like that? Kind of sad, I guess. That hasn't happened. I guess this is a bit of an exaggeration in that regard, though. I mean, people love hiding how they truly feel and such. So, not to say that anyone would have, but maybe they would have then played it off or something. Who knows? I mean, I know I've done that. I've played off like you see like a beauty or something, and you just kind of like you play off. You act cool. Not right there though. She did a terrible job of that. She was trying to. Thank you, can. Listen to the harsh reality, hey? No escape, hey? Oh, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? You meet people like that. I swear I saw like a viral video of a guy earlier that I say earlier a few weeks ago about like laughing at people that watch fiction. Like you watch movies, you read books, and he was like laughing at people for doing that. It's like damn, bro. You have no escape, nothing. I mean, if you're living a good life, why should you need it? An escape is a question, but yeah, you haven't experienced something not your own. It's kind of sad. I feel a lot of my empathy and sympathy and such relatable stuff like this comes from watching so many stories, so many people. So that's made me a better person. Gave me more experiences. Everything's telling you that it is, except for your head. I need some. It's been too long. Just fucking do it. She's unfortunately got to worry about the girl she's looking after now. She can't just take him back and just go at it with him. She's got to think about that now. I don't have the right to fall for him. Well, I hate hearing that. But just fucking go for it. Everything's telling you to. I guess it's an extra added awkwardness is the fact that they dated before, and she probably hung up on that a little bit in terms of ended once. That deserve to be given a second chance, and so on and so forth. Oh, just kiss already, you two. She does. She won't allow herself. Thanks. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you're being more cruel to yourself, honestly. He's a lovely guy, isn't he? He really is. It's rare to find some people this patient. I think it's pretty clear that he loves her, isn't it? Even the way he's touching her hair right here. And they make a really good couple as well. that a bit oxymoronic. Such a difficult, simple thing. And it's yeah, I mean, it's actually right, isn't it? Paradoxical as it sounds. Oh wow, fucking hell. That was a bit too good of a time there. That was really nice, wasn't it? Finally. Finally. Okay, release yourself a little bit. Yeah, I get that. I was gonna say it's harsh on him because he's constantly kind of getting led around a bit. But when he says I do kind of agree with what he said as well. It's actually harsher that she's doing this to herself. It's harsh on him a bit. it's even more harsh to herself to kind of keep this away from her. Like saying, I don't deserve this happiness. I don't deserve this second chance at it as well. But yeah, lovely episode. Lovely episode. It was over pretty quickly though, wasn't it? I didn't like. I caught that they said Mad Max Fury Road. I didn't actually catch what context they were even talking about that, so I kind of want to rewind to that a little bit. But yeah, very good movie. That very good movie. That was actually, I think, my first Mad Max movie. I mean, I've only seen a couple. That and Thunderdome, I think it is. But yeah, I need to watch Furiosa to be honest with you. Where here? Is there actually? I mean, yeah, there probably is a movie called Tomatoes, so I might have to check that out. Honestly, so she recommends her Mad Max Fury Road of all things, just like this wild, like action-filled, desolate. Well, I guess it's quite similar to the desert. We see her in the kind of cinematic stuff in the series. Actually, kind of fitting. Wouldn't have been the first thing I would have said though. But yeah, good movie. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, great episode today. Lots of Macchio, big Macchio focus here today. Again, lots of relatable stuff here. Lots of really relatable stuff in terms of just who she is as a person. Like I said, like, that's one of my favorite things about her. Even like the negative stuff, she embraces a bit about herself. We do kind of see the opposite to that a little bit at the end here, with like some of her past decisions and choices and feelings and such, kind of denying that a little bit. And I think she's maybe, as she says there, trying to care a bit too much. It's such a simple, hard thing. It's simple that she wants to kind of treat him well and not kind of put him out and so on and so forth, but it's so difficult because everything is telling her that he's like the guy. But yeah, again, I just really appreciate like how she is very accepting of herself in most cases, and I think that's like she teaches the niece, I think is I still haven't got the names down, so apologies. Yeah, I think she is like, you're very unusual. You wouldn't expect someone like her to be a great experience to live with, but I think she does and will teach her some like amazing lessons that you would normally get out of, like she wouldn't have got out of her mum, for example. But yeah, lovely scene at the end here. Thought this was a brilliant little date we went on here. I bet she's glad she sent that message now. I feel like that is one of those things, me being again quite similar, that on another day probably wouldn't have sent, probably would have just deleted it and just been like, you know what, they weren't even like the time that we spent together, so I won't even bother sending it and like something like that. But yeah, great scene here. Again, he's an amazing guy, so glad it's all like good with these two. But I'm hoping again she kind of actually just feel herself and just like go with it and such. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section. Quite an upbeat episode today in terms of the topics and such, I think, anyway. Wasn't quite as hard hitting is the wrong word, because it was like, it was still really good, but it wasn't quite as sad, maybe a bit depressing as previous episodes. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Again, let me know you guys thought in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date, and I'll catch you next week with episode 7.